That's all for me. Here's Abby with more sports.
Thanks, Andrew. The Raptors couldn't quite pull off a win yesterday for new head coach Jay Triano. They lost 97-98 to the Portland Trailblazers. This was loss number 4 in a row for the Raps, who owned the first quarter of the game. They were up by 11 points, then by halftime it was all Portland. Jermaine O'Neal put in a good performance though, scoring 24 points and 6 blocks. Chris Bosh scored 19. The Raps will try again on the road tomorrow. They'll be taking on the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Those preparing for the Vancouver 2010 Olympics are feeling an economic pinch and getting ready for the worst. The Vancouver Organizing Committee is looking at ways to cut costs. They're reducing business travel, hiring fewer people during the lead up to the games, and they're also looking at publishing any information online instead of paying for print. VANOC is also trying to increase revenue by adding seat sales for both the opening and the closing ceremonies. There has been word that certain sponsors like GM and Bell are in trouble, but VANOC isn't worried. No sponsors have backed out of their commitments yet. The committee is presenting a new budget for the games tomorrow. Toronto will soon have a new way to get around the city. A bike-sharing program modeled after one in Montreal will be hitting the streets. Bride in Suits reports again.
Montreal's parking authority brought their homegrown bike-sharing system, Bixi, to Toronto for people on the street to get a look at and try out. The parking authority's vice president said the system was the result of a need for a more active, eco-friendly way to get around town.
It started with the transportation plan that the city of Montreal put ahead last year. A big place was for active transportation, and bicycle sharing was part of that.
Toronto councillor Adrian Heaps wants a bike-sharing program in the city next year. He has not said what kind of system they will go with. From the outset, Bixi's creators wanted their system to be easy for commuters to use.
You'll have a little key like this, and you'll be able to unlock the bike just by putting it in right away. So kind of like this, just put it in, and when the signal is green, you just take the bike out and you leave and you do your ride. And once you're done, you go back to another station and you just put it in, and the bike locks up by itself, just like that.
Bixi's sleek design and user-friendly nature could offer commuters another way to get around Toronto's busy downtown core. Bike sharing in Toronto has not had a successful history. The buzz Bixi brought with it may just be the push it needed.
I mean, I ride my bike regularly, but if I happen to be, downtown without my bike and I needed to get somewhere quickly, I think that I would use this.
Where other plans have failed in the past, this new plan seems to have wheels. This is Bride in Suits, Observer Television, Toronto.
Canada left Nagano, Japan with lots of hardware this weekend. The short track speed skating team is coming home from the World Cup with 4 medals. The men's 5,000 meter relay team won gold, while the women's 3,000 meter relay picked up bronze medals. Canada also dominated the podium in the men's 1,500 meter race. Charles Hamlin won the silver and Olivier Jean finished third. Torontonians got a taste of the NFL yesterday. The Buffalo Bills headed north for the first of 5 regular season games they'll be playing in the city. It wasn't much of a game though. The Bills were beaten by the Miami Dolphins 16-3. The game got a big turnout in Canada with the Rogers Centre almost at capacity. People braved the -20 weather for a pregame tailgate party. Torontonians will get to see more national football action in the new year.
Thanks, Abby. And that's a look at sports. Now over to Catherine Wellman for her thought of the day.
Thanks, Andrew. 'Tis the season for reindeer, Santa Claus, and shopping. Every year I procrastinate when it comes to buying presents. I think that the reason why I always wait so long is because I hate going to malls during the holiday season. This weekend was my first attempt to do some Christmas shopping. I was in Winners trying to navigate my way through the busy store when a woman stopped walking directly in front of me in the aisle to have a conversation with her friend. I ran into her. I said sorry, but then as I went to walk around her, she stuck out her arm to point at something and clotheslined me. The worst part is she looked mad because I had run into her twice. I find it very frustrating that people do not have the common courtesy to move out of the way to have conversations in crowded aisles. Christmas is always busy in the malls, and people need to be aware that they are not the only person in the room. So please, when you go to the mall this holiday season, go with a plan. Don't just wander aimlessly. Also, if you must stop walking, try to stay to the side so that people don't run into you. Walk with the crowd, not against it. Trust me, it's easier. And if you step on or run into someone else, say sorry. It will keep everyone cheerier this holiday season. Happy shopping. Stay tuned for weather.
Whoa, welcome back. And get those parkas out of the closet and slap on the snow tires on your car. Central Canada, it's cold. And yes, there is snow. But as we look to Western Canada, BC is having a nice day today with variable clouds and a high of 7 degrees. And as we move east, Alberta is seeing a bit of snow today, starting off with flurries in the morning, but then tapering off by midday, high of -3. And as we move further east, the prairies can expect to see some sun today, but you will feel chill in your bones. Saskatchewan is looking at a high of -16, and Winnipeg a chilly -17. And as we move to the east coast, we will see some snow today. The white stuff will drop into Nova Scotia this afternoon, but not enough to stick, high of -5. And it's sunny in Quebec, high of -4. High of -14, but the wind chill, it feels more like -23. And Ontario, said good morning to flurries today, but those are expected to taper off throughout the day with less than 1 centimeter expected. Right now it's -9, but that should climb to a high of -3 by midday. And taking a look at a 3-day forecast for Toronto. Toronto can expect varying precipitation, light rain tomorrow with a high of +4. Snow again on Wednesday, but only as much as 3 centimeters to be expected. High of +4. And currently, the temperature is -9 in the city. Flurries will continue for most of the day. So take your time on the roads today because they may be slippery in your area. And that's your Observer TV weather. Now back to the news desk for a final word.
For today, for more news, log on to torontoobserver.ca. On behalf of all of us here at Observer TV News, thanks for watching and have a great day. Good show, right?